Hey, good morning, team. Welcome to the last week of OS 430, organizational change. You have made it. Uh, just a reminder, today is Sunday, and so final papers are due to me tonight. I've already seen a couple and graded them and gotten some feedback back and good work. Uh, but yeah, get them to me tonight, and I will. I'll get them graded. I think I'm pretty good with giving you feedback quickly. Uh, so, as a reminder, the last day of class is the 26th of October, which is Monday. All assignments to me, I can't accept anything after the 26th. That being said, the 27th I will get final grades entered so you can start your next class and keep moving. Uh, if you would like, right, you have my contact information. If you need recommendations for graduate programs or anything like that, feel free to look me up, and I'm very willing. I usually write recommendation letters a lot, actually, and if you need one, please contact me. Also, if you find me on LinkedIn, I'm on LinkedIn, right? Uh, if you find me on there and you want a recommendation, one of those little LinkedIn recommendations, please let me know. Uh, I will gladly write you a LinkedIn recommendation, and every little bit helps. Especially I've been in your shoes, and yeah, every little bit helps. Okay, so once again, this is the last week of class. Even though final papers are due today, doesn't mean that we're all done and that we're, hands off. We still have some serious learning to do, right? We have 4 chapters this week. Chapters 17, 18, 19, and 20, they each come with their little quiz, standard, right? So this week we're going to get into some of the more, I don't know if I would say advanced, but the different styles of organizational change, like transformational change or continuous change. This is where it gets into a broader sense, so some companies, you're in a continuous change cycle. You know, the tech industry is a great example. The government is a great example because there are so many outside influences, so many technological advances. You are in a continuous change cycle. So, how do you properly assess whether or not a change is effective if you are in a continuous cycle? So this is what we're going to be talking about. That's specifically chapter 18. Then we're going to go into transorganizational change, and then we're going to talk about some of the social, economic, and ecological aspects of change with change 20. Excuse me, in chapter 20. So and that reminds me, because I want to introduce you to a term. Let me see if I can find a marker here. Uh, I got one. So there's this term that you might hear in, it's a Six Sigma term, and of course my marker's not very good, so I'm just going to talk. Uh, when you make strategic objectives for your company, Six Sigma teaches us this term called PESTEL, and it's PESTEL. And if you look this up online, you'll find it'll come up right away. Sometimes you'll see the term pest. That's used in a lot of European aspects. But we in the United States, we refer to it as PESTEL. Now, each letter stands for something, of course, right? Because we love our acronyms. So the P is, what are the political ramifications of your objective? Now, think of this also in change, right? So, what are the political ramifications of the change that I'm going to make? Okay. The next one is economic, right? What are the economic factors of my change? And I'll put myself on report here. Dave has challenged with this because this is something I generally do not think about. So when I want to change something, let's say, uh, I work a lot with the Navy with curriculum. So, here I am writing a course. I'm going to change the Navy. I don't normally think about the cost of it. I just do it, and that gets me in trouble. And a lot of us are like that. I read a paper this morning, as a matter of fact, and one of the CEOs, they just implemented. They did not think about the cost. Okay, so remember that's the second E is economic. The next one is social. What is my social aspects of this change? Will it influence a certain group of people? Will it influence people in a different age group? Will it influence the local community? You know, uh, so there is something to think about. Once again, with school, a lot of times there are things that we don't think about with the social aspect. So, for instance, if I am running a community college, and it's most community colleges, if there's public transportation, is my courses scheduled around you know public transportation? It may sound silly to you, but yeah, that's important to a lot of our students. So this is something that's one of those social aspects of change that yeah, you need a diverse workforce to bring that in and to say, hey, you're scheduling classes and there's no public transportation, so therefore you're not going to have a large amount of students enrolling. So there's a little example of that. Next one, the T. So once again, PES, and now T is technological. What is the technological aspects? Sometimes we are blinded by technology, right? Every new shiny thing that comes across, that Bill Gates or Elon Musk is showing us. However, is it really needed? Or are we designing something and changing something just solely based because the technology is there? Hmm. Now, I've seen that too in a lot of organizations where, oh, I need this latest software version. Well, what does it do? Uh, why is it different? Why are we paying extra money? So you think about that with technology. Is it technologically feasible? The next one. Okay, so we're now on the second E. So PESTE is environmental or ecological, right? And like I said, a lot of foreign companies, they don't go into this part, but we do because it's important, right? The environment is very important. So is there a pollution aspect to it? Uh, does it create hazmat, this change, right? Because that's a cost. If we have to have some technological advancement and it's going to produce mercury, well, now I have a huge cleanup cost. I have, it could be ecologically damaging to not just the environment, but to my workers and to my people, which requires what we call PPE, personal protective equipment. So you have to think about this with your change, you know. And the last letter is L. Is it legal? Ah, you know, this is of course vitally important because the legalities, the state regulations, the federal regulations, the DEM, Department of Environmental Management regulations, this is all going to add to your cost and to the feasibility of your change. You might implement this change and be nice, everything's working fine, and you find out it's illegal. It's being shut down by the state. How is that going to, impact your company? So once again, that's a PESTEL analysis. PESTEL stands for political, economic, social, technological, environmental, and legal. And like I said, a lot of times in other countries, you will only see PEST, political, economic, social, and technological. And a lot of times it's because they roll in some of these, environmental and legal factors into there. But in the United States, the common is PESTLE, and it's a Six Sigma process for writing your strategic objectives for your company. But it's very applicable to change management and change implementation. Okay, so once again, it has been a pleasure and an honor to share this semester with you. I had a great time. I hope you learned a lot. I know I have from you. You've shared some great experiences, and I'm very honored to share this course with you. Once again, if you need anything, please reach out to me, a recommendation letter or a LinkedIn recommendation or anything like that. Okay, thanks once again. Dave out.